Hey guys, this is Zane
and Cheyenne
and
coming live
Shayan.
to you. Well, not live. This is recording, but we took over Izan's podcast. Podcast is ours now. Sorry, Izan, but yeah, your channel is ours now, Izan. So that's unfortunate for you. I'm just messing with you, Izan. How's it been, Zen? How's your week been?
It's been interesting. I have a list of things that I want to get off my chest, so we'll get into that shortly. We're going to talk about in the previous week's matchups, and we're going to look into this coming week's matchups. So we'll talk about my team last this week.
So we're not gonna go to
We're
your
not.
team
We're not going to
first.
go ahead first into this.
All right, let's.
Uh,
So which matchup shall we go over first?
we can knock out.
Why don't we
Let's
talk about my
see.
matchup first? I think my matchup I'd like to talk about.
Okay, go
Yeah,
for it.
sure. Hang on. Let me load up the week. All right, first and foremost, props to Afan. His team played really well. Like, it's really hard to go against this team despite TJ Hawkinson going into like
Super
Ultra
Saiyan.
Instinct. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, like with my team, like I'm gonna start with my team first. I mean, Cortland Sutton did what he could. Curtis Samuel, I understand your hate for Washington, Zan. I hate Washington so much. Washington is just a bunch of locals, like locals, like they disappoint me. Carson Wentz has just been underwhelming so far. Dalvin Cook did okay. He could have done better, but to be fair, he was coming off that shoulder injury, so I might. And the Saints defense, it has one of the
It's
best run
really good.
defenses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm willing to give him a pass. Antonio Gibson, man, it's starting to be like, I mean, the Commanders' offense sucks. Like, that's just the best way to go
Oh
about
yeah.
it. Like, the Commanders' offense just sucks in general.
But I
And
think with
then,
Brian Robinson coming into the frame, I think that
mhm,
actually changes a lot. I think the Commanders
yeah.
offense make it significantly better.
Well, I mean, like, the offense is running on, like, the offense just has not found its identity at all whatsoever, for
Well,
sure.
the first 2 weeks they were balling. They were
Yes, but then,
destroying.
like, reality hit them. And, um,
Well, they faced two really good defenses too, in the Eagles and the
two,
Cardinals.
what about the Lions? Because speaking about the Lions, the fact that, like, I saw this tweet that said if the Lions had a bad defense, they would be 3-1.
Yeah.
That's just how non-existent their defense is. I picked up Josh Reynolds at the last second because my backup, no, sorry,
Yeah.
my starting wide receiver Keenan Allen got hurt, so I had to replace him. Keenan Allen got hurt again, and then my backup Keenan Allen, DJ Chark, got hurt. So then I had to replace him with my other backup, like Josh Reynolds. I picked up on the fly. For some reason, every wide receiver I pick off the waiver wire is doing better than like my normal wide receivers. I don't know how. And then like I mean, it's just like TJ Hawkinson just I have never seen like a tight end get that many points since like Mark Andrews last year. But moving on to Afon's team, man, Afon's team did well. Like they bounced back in a major way, without a doubt. Like just everyone in double digits. There's nothing more you can say, honestly. Like they just did really well. And I think Afon's team showed out when they needed to. Even his kicker got to double digit points. Like
Yeah,
that's how
his
good
whole
of a
entire
performance.
team went
Yeah,
off.
like his whole entire team went off. Man, this like props to Lafon. Like that was just a really good, really good like setup he had, especially picking up the Giants defense against the Bears. That was a smart move for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Okay,
right, so let's move
let's
on to
let's go to someone's Zets matchup.
yeah. Props to Muzumble. He did it finally. He got the
Yeah, he
win.
finally got
Got
a win,
He shot out Muzumble. Let's go, baby.
sir.
I keep forgetting he changed his team to he went to Jared.
Yes, because of Jared Goff.
He got
He had
Jared
to go to
Goff.
Jerry, man. That's
He had
how
to
he
go to
got.
Jared. And
Yeah,
look at Jared. He's fifth now. That's impressive. Really impressive indeed.
for sure.
Austin Eckler went off. The whole Chargers offense went off. Honestly, like
Yeah,
er,
you. Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, sorry. Like the entire Chargers offense went off. I mean, honestly, like it's so weird to me how his team literally got carried by three players: Jared Goff, Austin Eckler, and you would not believe this, the
You-
San Francisco 49ers defense. Like the
Yeah,
defense got 22 points. That's like the most I've ever seen from the team.
Yeah, so like Eckler, like you were never going to expect him to have no touchdowns for the rest of the season, but you didn't expect him to have 3 touchdowns in one game. Like,
Hmm.
what is that? Where did
Yeah,
that
that's
come from?
impressive. Unfortunately for him, Cordell Patterson got hurt, but he
Yeah.
just traded for Rashad Penny, which is a really good pickup, I believe. Mahomes' team's looking better now. I think
Well,
Mahomes, like,
Rashad Penny is injury prone, so we'll see how long that
also
actually
to like
lasts.
the Lions defense is running on paper straws. So like, who knows like with how like maybe Rashad's game was a fluke. I don't know. I don't want to say that because I still think Rashad Penny is a good like running back, but
Yeah.
I mean honestly like I just cannot believe how like the Lions offense is so good, but their defense is so broken. Like, but we've seen this time and time again with NFL teams,
Yeah.
especially with like a team like the Lions who are rebuilding currently, and
Hmm.
it makes sense like that. I mean, like it's so weird to me. They have Aiden Hutchinson, who was their second pick, I believe,
Yeah.
and then they have like Jeff
Second overall pick.
Okuda, who Okuda is finally turning up.
Yeah, that was
Even
last
then,
year's first round pick.
he was a 21st round pick. Yeah, and he was injury pro, but like now he's finally playing. He's doing well now, so that's good to hear. But
Yeah.
like they're like even then, like their defense is like non-existent. You have Geno Smith. Like,
Going
dude,
off, man. Gino going off. What do you mean?
No wonder why Ben McAdoo benched Eli Manning for Geno Smith. I see it now. I understand why. I'm just joking, but
Let's talk about Zed's team.
yeah,
That's a hard one for Zed.
that's
Oh,
it's funny because I
if
think
you score 124, you should win that week.
I mean like
Just should.
I scored 126 against a 147 a fawn team, so I understand that like with the pain you're feeling, but at the same time, the fact that like the Rams defense got
0.
points is just what would happen if you got like what would happen if the Rams defense had like 10 points, let's say. Well, I mean,
It
he
does.
still wouldn't win, but like,
He still would have won, but I think the 49ers defense doesn't do as well. So
oh no, I see
it
what
would have
happened
been.
for Zed. He had the same problem that me and you were having, Zan. The Commanders' offense is booty cheeks currently because Terry McLaurin already
Yeah.
got 2.5 points.
Yeah. And Kyle Pitts isn't getting thrown the ball. So, like,
Yeah,
he needs to.
there's
I
a
think you're going to have
tweet
to die on that hill with Kyle Pitts, but
like
goodness, I don't want to die on that hill.
that is just
Oh,
terrible. Like, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I understand that like the Falcons are like they're like a team currently. They're trying to do like whatever they can to like be competitive. But I just don't imagine like having like your sixth pick in Kyle Pitts. I mean, like it's just like,
he's
like it's just
underspent.
so.
He's dumb.
Yeah, I
100%
know.
dumb. He should be
Yeah.
using Kyle Pitts more, but he's not.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, like it's just funny because I think Zed doesn't really talk in the group, but when we told Zed that he was losing, he like he cursed out the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too, to be honest. I mean, just tough week, but I mean, at least I mean on the plus side, like Justin Herbert and Derek Henry are looking like themselves, so that's good.
Yeah.
Chris Olave is also a good pickup. He just needs his Kyle Pitts and the Rams. He just needs Kyle Pitts to catch balls. That came out wrong. Sorry, Kyle Pitts to catch footballs. Kyle Pitts to catch footballs, and the Rams to play defense.
Yeah. Let's talk about Hearts. I mean, Hamza and Abs' matchup here.
Hamza and damn, Hamza's team went. Geez,
Yeah.
like I feel like
Every
the
team
whole
this week has been off, except
yeah,
for
except
a couple teams. We'll get to them eventually. I'll tell you that much. Oh,
good win by Hamza. Kyler Murray, despite the offense. Okay, seriously, like with the Cardinals, like Kyler Murray, I saw this thing that was like he runs like an angry toddler. Like he literally does run like an angry toddler,
yeah,
and
and
like
the Cardinals' offense isn't good in the first half. It's
I
always
mean
the
they
second
have
half is where you're looking at all the stuff for them, right? They're
yeah,
only getting production in the second half.
and I think it's also really tough for all of us to admit that Clyde did well. Clyde did well. He did well, and
Hey
it's
man,
funny. I asked
Clyde's going
Hums.
to be Clyde.
Yeah,
Clyde's going to be
it's
Clyde.
funny. Like I asked, like throughout the entire week, we were making fun of. See, for listeners who like who just don't really know about like our group me and our friendships and all that, like Hamza Patel has constantly been bragging about Clyde, and all of us have dismissed him and like have joked about how Hamza is like riding the Clyde wagon, But this week, I will come clean. I asked Hamza about trading for Clyde, and he
Yes,
said
sir.
that he
I
also
did too.
yes, and everyone else is doing it now. So like, what like the joke's on us at this point. Like we all are
I
asking
should
for
have
the Clyde.
accepted the trade. I should have accepted the
I should have
trade.
accepted this. Like
And,
I should trade too. Yes.
last week,
So
I should have accepted that trade. I didn't.
I didn't either.
We'll
So
get,
I
we'll
be
get there.
so are we like admitting to Hamza that like he was right about Clyde?
I don't think so. Not yet. I still
Uh,
think he's doing above average.
I mean, like when you
Like
have Patrick
I think
Mahomes,
if you're gonna add Clyde, you're expecting him to
yeah,
get at least 10 to 12 points,
when
which
you
is
have like
what you want from your running back from your RB2.
when you have like Patrick Mahomes as your QB, it's kind of hard not to be good. If I'm going to be completely honest. Let's look at I mean,
We'll talk about
for
Daniel and ours matchup then.
wait, we didn't talk about Abdullah's team.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh wait, what? Hold on a second. I
There
will
was a
go.
trade that was just
Yeah,
happened.
we'll go to that later.
We'll get to that after my team.
Yeah, you're right. Abdullah's team, they put up the tough fight, but what was his weakness? Deontay Johnson. I guess we can say
Deontay
that like,
Johnson's not going to do too well.
and Darren Waller didn't do well. Also, that's tough. And also the Pittsburgh defense didn't do well. I mean, like he, like Joe Burrow, like he did well. I think Joe Burrow is finally starting to play well now.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just it kind of sucks. Like when you have to deal with, you know, like just two of your like his flex and his wide receiver two just sucked. And Hamza Patel's team went off. Like there's not much you
Yeah.
can do in that situation.
There's not
Yeah.
much you can do at all.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, we'll go to this trade later, but let's move on to Horace and Big Slurp. Now, before we begin, our condolences to Tua Tagovailoa. That was a scary injury,
yes, 100%.
and I think that's when Horace's team, unfortunately, like just did not have a chance. It's funny because I was at Buffalo Wild Wings when I saw the injury. Like we were eating at Buffalo Wild Wings, like the whole place went quiet. Like when Tua got hurt, like, it was a scary injury.
Yeah, and Amari Cooper didn't do anything. Najee Harris and James Conner didn't really do anything. Also, like future value for Najee Harris. Let me tell you the teams that he's going to be playing against, and tell me if you would want to start him or even think about even trying to play him. You're looking at the Buffalo Bills matchup, really good run defense. You're looking at the Buccaneers run defense, really good run defense. You're looking at the Miami Dolphins run defense, another really good run defense. You're looking at Philadelphia, another really good run defense. That's 4 weeks straight. Then the bye week. Then straight after the bye week, you're looking at the New Orleans Saints. That's 6 weeks where Najee Harris may not be playable.
Damn, that's a tough reality. I mean, the thing is, he also like for his quarterback, Russell Wilson did go off today. So you know, I mean, he didn't. He went off like that. He's playing. He's playing today, but like he went off last week, so he can. I guess he can substitute Russell Wilson. But I mean, it's just when DeAndre Swift is out, that's kind of tough. Because like the Lions offense actually like is dealing with injury bugs, and like Amon St. Brown, DeAndre Swift, they're both hurt right now. Yeah.
Like DeAndre Swift, he's not going to play this week because he has a bye week next week. So I would assume the Lions would give him the week off. That is what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, he also has let's see. I mean, he's got a what the heck is going on? Why are there?
We'll talk about it in a second. We'll talk about it in a second. We'll talk about that trade in a second. We'll go talk about this trade right after this matchup. Let's do that.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll go talk about my matchup with Amir.
But for Horace, you just gotta put the better players in. Like put people from your bench like on your starting. Moving on to
you start Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Do it right now because he's hurt. I don't know who else you start if I was Horace though. Like, are you benching Najee or James Conner for anyone? Because
because James Conner's also disappointing too.
Yeah, and you don't bench DK Metcalf for Jalen Waddle. So like, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what he does to get better, other than especially out of quarterback. You get 24 more points out of it. Cyril getting 91 points this week, so we'll see how that goes. Okay,
Moving on to Big
Iowa
Slurp.
team.
He won, and that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith had an off game, and so did George Kittle. But I think they can
I
turn
think
around.
George
But yeah,
Kittle's still working back into the offense, so he'll be
Mhm.
fine, I think.
yeah, he made a good choice of not starting Tampa Bay's defense and putting in Minnesota's defense. That
Oh
was a
yeah,
good move.
because
Yeah.
Minnesota's playing Andy Dalton, so you definitely want to take that matchup over playing Patrick Mahomes,
Mhm.
100%.
Yeah. And well, just good job, Big Slurp. Keep it up. Like
Yeah.
you won 2 in a row. Like things are looking good for you.
All right, let's go to
Yeah.
the trade.
What's the
I
trade?
know what the trade was too because Alex mentioned it to me. It was for Zon got Ezekiel Elliott, so you got Zeke, and Abdullah got David Njoku and Tyler Algier. And I don't know how to feel about this trade, to be honest.
So wait, so who's getting what now?
So Abdullah's getting David Njoku and Tyler Algier for Zeke Elliott. So Zon just got Zeke.
What?
I don't
What's
know how to
funny
feel
is
about
like
that trade because, to be honest, I think Azam wins that trade because Tyler Algier maybe has a 4 week value, right? That
Mhm.
David Njoku, you're not starting him over Darren Waller.
Yeah, I mean,
No way.
I'm
So
surprised he. I'm
this looks like
surprised
a
he.
4 week rental.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised in the end that like he decides to. I mean, he does need a running back with Johnson Taylor out, so I think this is a good move
But
for
like,
Zahn.
but Azan still had what's his name? Damian Pierce and I forget the other running back he has that he's going to start this week. I know he's
Yeah,
playing against
Damian
me.
Pierce. He
It's
actually
Damian
added
Pierce and
Mike Boone. He actually added Mike Boone earlier, but he just put him down. Which I'm saying like the wrongest stuff. He just put him in his bench. My bad.
yeah,
Put him in his bench. Yeah.
I don't
Uh,
remember what the other running back was because I remember him having. Oh,
Cam Akers.
was he going to start him? I don't know.
And well, I'm not sure. He has so many running backs right now. Geez, running back central. Go is on go.
Okay, I think it's time. It's time.
Okay, wait, well, hold on. But you have to go to. We have to first go through Izan's matchup though, because like Izan, like we haven't gone
We
through.
went through his son's match last
Did
week.
we?
Not
Uh,
we went through the was it Zion versus Toss. We didn't do that one yet.
yeah. I mean, I think this was the mid off for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, this is mid off. I
hey,
mean, like
my
I
team's
think.
always going to be either bad or mid. It's not going to be elite.
I mean, like both. I mean, both kind of
It's
got.
going to be two.
Let's be real. Like both got. I mean, it's so crazy how like how different like each position was. Like his quarterback did better than Trevor. Like Lamar Jackson did better than Trevor Lawrence, but Saquon did better than Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, but
Damian
Lamar
Pierce did
Jackson
better
didn't
than
really do much.
yeah. Damian Pierce did better than AJ Dillon.
Their team
Um,
is mid, and their team did what it needed to do.
I think like there's not really much we can say. It's just it was a mid off. Like that's the best we can say,
Like,
honestly.
yeah,
Yeah, this
yeah.
is this.
The Philadelphia's defense came to play though.
For sure.
17 points.
Yep.
Goodness for a plus. Yeah.
All right. So
Let's talk about America's team and then we'll talk about my team.
okay. I mean, Omer's team is just good. Like that's just the
Yeah.
best.
One of the best teams in the league, easily.
Mhm.
He's
Like,
top two,
it's
top
just
three, easily.
so well
Maybe not
made,
top one.
so well made, so well done. Just like just so like his bench is also good too. Like that's crazy. Like his bench is just filled with talent.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Like
And then my team. Okay, let's
okay.
let's talk about
Wait. So 1 second. So I'm gonna like just uh like remain quiet for like the next like 5-6 minutes. Zan, go off.
Okay, this team. Oh my god. I am ready to throw it down the toilet completely. This season's over. I don't care what anyone tells me right now. There's a couple of trades I could make, but let's talk about this. During the draft process, my second round pick, Javante Williams, there's his ACL this week. He's done for the year. Elijah Mitchell, I dropped him after week 1 because he tore his knee up, and he's out for 2 months. My 8th-round pick. The man got shot in the leg before the season starts. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know.
I don't know if you heard about the news though. He's looking good in
Oh my
practice.
God, what's this?
Oh, yeah,
We got
yeah.
a guest appearance. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Azan, how are you doing?
Sorry, I might not be able to be here for long, but I just wanted to pop in and say hey.
Hey,
We were
man.
just talking about your trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought it was a good move.
Yeah, I think you
Well,
win that
yeah.
trade easily. Easily.
Well, I think it was pretty fair because, look, sorry, Zan, I don't want to take away from your shine because I know you wanted to talk about your team.
Yeah.
But real quick, I thought it was pretty fair in the sense that Zeke's value is pretty low. I mean, that we know what it is. This is not like I would say this is more of like a kind of like a risk reward kind of situation
100%.
because I think in Njoku, I was really low on him to start the season, but the past 2 weeks he's shown me that some of these performances are pretty sustainable, and Jacoby Brissett loves him, so I think that was good. And then Algier is someone who I'm pretty bullish on because I'm not really certain that Patterson's only going to be out 4 weeks, and who knows what happens in these next 3 weeks where Algier looks like the guy, and Patterson moves out to more of like a wideout role. We don't know, but I just wanted to get someone because, like, with my Jonathan Taylor injury, I've been working the phones like crazy this week trying to get a running
Yeah,
back.
you.
Oh, yeah.
If
Oh,
you
yeah.
if you
Same
mind,
here.
Azan, like if you could, do you mind if I can say like what you asked me for and all that? If that's totally fine with you, or
Oh well, yeah. I was checking the price on Sutton. I was checking the price on
Yeah.
a lot of players. So
you know, Azan, I feel you because like throughout this week, like I literally felt like a NBA GM, like just taking phone calls and all that, like throughout the entire week. Because for me personally, like with how my team is, because like I just got the injury report that like Keenan Allen's like did not practice Thursday. Like it's getting like really frustrating, like without a doubt. Like for like Keenan Allen, like I understand, like I'm not gonna be on Keenan Allen, like like I understand injuries and all that. Like there's nothing you can do about injuries. It's just unfortunate. Like that's just how it is. Like with the world, like when you have like, and that's why like trading in fantasy, like you have to make moves like that, like what you just did. Even though I think what you did was really well done.
thank you. Yeah, Zan, what were you saying about your team? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off on that.
Okay.
He was going
Let's
off.
go. Let's go to Chase Edmonds because that's my running backs. It seems like Chase Edmonds. You are getting paid the most amount of money in your backfield. Be the starting running back. What is going on there? Raheem Mostert is going to be hurt. He's going to get hurt. I don't know when he's going to get hurt though. It's really annoying. Now let's talk about my wide receivers. Let's go to Stephon Diggs and Michael Pittman Jr. Back-to-back beats. You both dropped 2 touchdown passes in both games. Both games. Hold on to the football. It's not that hard. Really, truly, it's not. Keep your feet in bounds. The ball's right here for you on Stephon Diggs on both touchdown passes that you dropped. Right here. It's right inside your head. Catch it. And Michael Pittman, your feet gotta stay in bounds. You always have 1 foot in bounds. Get the other foot in bounds. It's not that hard to do a toe drag easily. Okay, now let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron freaking Rodgers. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
He hasn't thrown more than 10 interceptions, other than twice in his whole entire career. Twice. 2013, his first year starting as a quarterback. Not 2013. His first year starting as a quarterback, he throws 13 interceptions. The most he's ever thrown. 2010, the year that we won the Super Bowl, he threw 11 interceptions. 11. Now, this season, a quarter of the way through the first of the season, he's thrown 5. He has 5 turnovers, 3 interceptions, 2 fumbles. Are you kidding me? Take her the football. Oh, that means you have a higher chance to score. Aaron Jones has a higher chance to score. Romeo Doubs has a higher chance to score. Robert Tonyan has a higher chance to score. Everyone has a higher chance to score. Let's get this ball. Take care of the football, please. That's all I'm asking for. This is the only thing I'm asking for, Aaron. Take care of the football. It's not that hard.
I mean,
Now,
Zan, before you came in, like just quick, Zan, before you came in, like Zan was just talking about how literally every single one of his running backs had like a leg injury of some kind,
yeah,
and that's
No,
like, and this includes like Brian Robinson getting shot.
no. I feel so sorry for Zim because it
Yeah,
truly has been the worst luck I've seen in fantasy in a long, long time. Because if your season starts off with unfortunately one of the guys you're high on unfortunately getting shot, I mean it's just
yeah.
that just sets you up pretty badly. And then Javante is someone I really, really love this year, and it's so sad to see him get hurt. So I'm wishing him a speedy recovery because he's a really fun player to watch. But those two things, the Javante injury, that was just sad. I'm so sorry, Zan. That was sad, man.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, like his career could be in jeopardy. That's so scary.
Well, it
Jawante's
was
career is down. It's down. There's no way that he comes back from this at 100% because he's already on. He should be on a good offense, but they're going to be looking to get more running backs to be the backup for Javante Williams. There's no way that he's going to be the bell cow that we all expect.
well, yeah. What's pretty sad was that it was looking like his backfield to win because Melvin Gordon has just not been good.
No, he
Four
became the
fumbles,
starter. He
four
became the
fumbles.
starter.
So
He had
now
everything out in front of him, and then he tears his ACL.
I will say
And
I'm
his
scared.
LCL.
I'm a little scared. I'm playing you this week on a week where it looks like Diggs is going to bounce back. I'm fairly certain he's going to bounce back.
Diggs
And then
better
Michael-
bounce back.
And I think
What are we doing?
Pittman has a bit of a tough matchup tonight, but I'm worried because Patrick Surtain is really, really good. He's one of the top corners in the league. We'll see.
Michael
I'm starting
Pittman's
Mo. I'm
gonna
starting Mo Ali Cox today. Could go my way. Could be horrible because I just traded away Njoku. Dawson Knox has missed 2 straight practices, which means he's probably trending in the wrong direction. So I'm kind of forced to start Mo Ali Cox. He had a huge week, so and my tracker against Zen hasn't been good in fantasy. So I'm really scared because Zen, this is a winnable week for you. I'm missing Jonathan Taylor, so
Hey
like,
man,
it's
I thought
winnable.
last week was winnable. Let's keep it honest here. If
I mean,
Michael Pittman and Stephon Diggs catches both of their touchdown passes, I have a chance to win that game. It's chance.
we've got O'Marin now, the 4-0 stud.
The fantasy football favorite this year.
Oh, Mayor, how's it going, my guy? Oh, he's muted.
He might just be listening in, but
Yeah.
Oh,
but
Okay,
yeah,
let's
Zen,
Well,
talk
Mary,
about the
you're-
good. Let's talk
Mary,
about
your
the
team's really
good
good,
on my
Mary.
team. Let's talk about some positives here right now.
okay.
Mhm.
Jeff Wilson, he's a bell cow. I'm so happy for him. I'm glad I picked him up as my backup running back to Elijah Mitchell. I expected that 100% because injuries. Romeo Dubs, I think he's the number 1 guy in Green Bay. I think he is. And then we're talking about Robert Tonyan.
Mhm.
He's slowly in getting back into the offense. I think he's going to be that guy. 100%.
Romeo Dobbs is looking good. I will say that.
Yeah.
You mentioned Romeo Dobbs. He's looking really, really sharp. And Aaron Rodgers had a really good quote today. They asked him what, like the development of Romeo Dobbs and Christian Watson, does that make you want to like prolong your career? And he's like, yeah, that's one of the reasons.
100%.
So, and it looks Christian Watson, he got a lot of flack after obviously dropping that touchdown on the first play of the season, but that dude is good. He's going to be good. He was good. I watched a lot of film on him pre-draft. He's one of my top receivers in the draft. If he can continue to get going, he had a rushing touchdown, right, last week?
Yep. Rushing.
They beat my Patriots, but I will say Aaron Rodgers, it's time to be a little bit more consistent because he's not an MVP form right now, and it's looking weird. I'm like, this is not
5
something.
turnovers? 5 turnovers? You're on pace to get 20 turnovers, Aaron Rodgers. Let's change this up a little bit. 20?
So everything that could go wrong went wrong for you this season so far, then, which is really unfortunate.
I mean,
And then-
if I want to add
Rashad
some,
Bateman. Last but not least, Rashad Bateman. He looks like he's going to be the guy. I'm excited about him. Maybe I'm able to. I know my team needs running back help. I'm willing to do a package trade with Bateman. So be looking out for those trade offs, guys.
All right, what were you saying, Shine? Sorry.
well, I was gonna say, like I kind of want to brag, saying that should have known the season wasn't gonna go well when the newcomer beat you.
Oh, okay. He's talking trash, Zan.
No, I'm just messing.
Yeah,
It's just been
we're not
it's
talking
been
about that.
unlucky, man. It's been unlucky.
Cheyenne has. I want to give a shout out to Sean. He's been really active on the waivers. That Josh Reynolds pickup was really solid. His waiver wire pickups are working for him, which is amazing to see.
Yeah, but Zan, you took Mike Boone from me, so I appreciate
Well,
that.
yeah, I
Zan.
probably overpaid for him, but I'm just trying to be as aggressive as possible.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
you and Afan took both of my backup running back situations
Yeah.
for Devontae.
I knew I had to be aggressive because I knew Zen was looking out. Zen, did you even put an offer for Boone though?
Yeah,
Okay, because I saw the next highest offer besides mine was Hamza's. He bid I think $21 or $22.
yeah. I wasn't
I
betting
knew
too
I
much.
had.
How do you
I
check
knew I
the
had to go
bids on
high.
players?
Huh?
How do you check the bids on players?
You look at the offers report on you can either on your phone or your computer. I think it's better on your computer though.
Yeah, no, I think it's easy. It's easier to read on the computer for sure.
Like, can you check the? Never mind.
Yeah, you can
No.
check the bids if you want. They should be there. But yeah, I knew I had to. But I'm not like totally sold on Boone. He's just going to be sitting on my bench until I know what this backfield looks like. If Melvin Gordon fumbles again tonight, then time's ticking for it.
It's either Mike Boone or Latavius Murray. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because like right now, I think tonight's mostly going to be Gordon.
Yeah,
but,
and I'll probably put my money on Latavius Murray eventually in that backfield.
Yeah,
I think.
Latavius Murray, I think, is inactive tonight.
Yeah.
So it's Boone and this other practice squad guy they just signed.
Oh, did sign another one?
Yeah, they signed him to the active roster today, probably just for today because Murray's inactive because he just came from London last week. So
yeah.
But yeah, just wanted to pop in and say hey. But I'm glad I got to hear Zan's
my mini rant. Yeah.
No, but hey, I think I don't, and we talked about this in our group meeting. I don't think your season's over because of just how the league's looking right now. Like I talked about this, 9 teams are 2-2. So
Yeah.
it's just so easy. Like you grab a win this week. We got a question. What y'all think about Colts backfield? Hines gonna go off. See, here's what I think about Naheem Hines. Really good pass catcher. We just haven't seen much from him in the running game. So I don't know what to expect. I really don't know. So, I mean, I think he's going to get volume for obvious reasons tonight. But I think tonight's game script is going to be in favor of a passing offense for Matt Ryan because I think they're going to get down early. You're missing your probably your best player on the team, Jonathan Taylor.
Easily.
And I think they're going to get down pretty early. Russ looked really good last week. And I think they're going to throw the ball a lot tonight. So I think Hines will get some of that pass catching going.
I think Michael Pittman and Mo Alley Cox and company should be getting a lot.
Who is even their other receiver? I think Alley Cox is going to get targets.
Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce. Yeah, he's good. He's good. So I think Pittman's going to probably get peppered with targets tonight, which just pains me.
He better.
It pains me. So I think heading into Sunday, it might be a big deficit, which is why I'm scared to be playing Zen's team at this juncture because I know Diggs. It's just so unlikely for him to get 3 straight slow weeks because he's one of the best receivers in football, and then Pittman's really good. He's been injured, and the Colts offense it's just been horrible.
Hey, Zan, quick question: how good is Devontae Parker?
Devontae Parker, he's okay. Like this, he's not a premium wide receiver. He's not going to do anything. He's not going to take you over the top. He had a good game, good last 2 games, but the Pats have always struggled with finding that true elite right receiver. A lot of contenders have it, and we don't. So we're not, in terms of Pats perspective, we're not going to be competing for championships until we know what Mac Jones is. And then I really think we need to get a premium pass catcher, either in the draft or through trade. Because
hey, I mean, you have Aguilar.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is then you're going to pause it?
Yeah.
Aguilar,
I guess.